Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and we might be in store for a big one. I've been getting tipped off by people for fights, and this one is going to be interesting, boys and girls. This is OwO versus TA, and there is a lot of people right now. It is going to be interesting to see how this big fight breaks down, because I'm curious if we're going to be seeing some microing. Are we going to be seeing some distance play? What kind of skill usages are we going to be having? And again, this could be starting at any moment, right? Are they going to kind of lead with some ranged first and then kind of have the melee be a little closer? And it looks like here we go. So they're actually, T is actually kind of initiating here. They're going in with some melee right now. And oh my God, it is turning out to be a freaking brawl right now. But you can see here, it looks like we have some Nikas being used. Looks like we got the Choctaw, some Garwoods we see in there too as well. A couple Wall Deer, some Guanwins. You could see here that we have, wow, is it, I think it's Lilia, right? If that's the name for the fire starter. Wow, dude, it's just constant bashing right now. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can speed this up by closing out one of my other browsers. Okay, that actually looks like it's getting a little cleaner right now. This is a ball, right, of what's happening. It doesn't feel that laggy, so to speak, right now. I mean, again, right, we're not on mobile. I'm sure it would be cleaner on mobile than what we're doing right now on our LD player. As always, too, if you guys enjoy the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell. Of course, if you want to join and be a part of our conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description right down below. But dude, this is just wow. So look, it looks like TA is actually spreading out a little bit here on the west flank. You can see some of the ranged over here that's targeting down some of the players there. I like how they're microing their ranged on kind of the outsides here, and it looks like they have some kind of semblance of organization, right, where they're kind of, again, widening and not kind of just focusing it on a center ball, right? Kind of imagining like a professional soccer team that's spreading out and using a lot of the field instead of just kind of condensing themselves in a small space. Again, it looks like TA is leading this one a little bit more. A lot of the players from OwO, it almost seems like they were a little bit more clustered in a small. I don't really know how the numbers exactly looked. I think overall it looked as though visually TA had a few more, if not just more players than OwO had. But man, this is pretty overwhelming. This is actually really cool. I love that. Again, this is one of the things I love about this game, and I'm happy that we were able to see a little bit of it used here, which is that one of the things when you have ranged mechanics in a game is that it affords you and allows you the opportunity to not have to bunch, and you can actually do more microing in the game. I love the fact that with the artifacts and the skill usage, you can see the heals that are just coming down all day long. Like, to me, this really feels, when I'm watching this fight, how they're moving to as well. You can still see that players, even though only a few are wide, right? Obviously there could be a little bit more microing that's being done here. The emojis are coming out, but it almost gives you this impression that they have a game plan, right? And I still have to learn all the artifacts and how they visually look, so I'll be able to call them out and let you guys know about those buffs. Look, dude, even Junie is here in TA and coming over. Man, they are just wrecking right now in this open field fight. I'm curious too as well what they're going to do next, right? Because if you think about it, they're just kind of in the middle of no man's land right here, right? I mean, you have if I show TA, where are they right now? They should be, I think they're over here somewhere for their main blue. Yeah, see, TA is purple. So that means they had to walk over here they're over here south, right? So they're building up right now. Let's see where they're going to end up going. Oh gosh, 10 bucks says I just lost it already, didn't I? Hang on. I got to see if I can find that. It was like, oh, here, hang on. I think it was right here. Yeah. Here we go. Right, so there's all those guys. Oh, here we are. Here they are, right? So, yeah. So everyone's pretty much, I guess, just chilling right now? I don't know where they're going to go. I mean, they have so many players right now. Dude, TA's looking strong, right, in this fight. This was really cool to see. Like, I really love seeing them. Now, I'm wondering, it looks like they're moving somewhere. Oh, wow. So it looks like they're just basically trailing down anyone that's coming in right now from OwO, and it looks like they're being sent TA player. Let's see what the line is. So you got a few more trickling in. They're going to have to watch for that, but it looks like they're coming in from, I want to say a pass, right? That's where it should be. Let's just take a look and see exactly where they're coming in. I did see a line there. So my guess is that maybe it's from this one. Maybe it's from PKO2's gate, because I think they are allies. So yeah, because this one's controlled by TS, so it probably isn't that one. Let's look at the PKO2 gate and see if there's anything coming out or in from here. Ah, so it is. Look, so that's where it is. So we were able to kind of discern that. So you do have a few players here. I wonder where a lot of those deadlines are going. Maybe they're just already gone. And yeah, see, so you see some more OwO players that are coming out. And let's see if we can maybe find where some of them are. So you got some PKO2 guys here. I don't see any OwO players that are filling this out. So again, they have to be close though. I just don't know. Oh, see, here it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yes, you can see them here. They're purple over here in Forgotten Lands. And it looks like they're basically just moving over there. So yeah, interesting to see them go basically all the way here through the level 2 pass, and then going south and marching, probably going down there. So let's go see what else is crack-a-lackin'. Okay, are they leaving now, and maybe just the fight's ending? Let's zoom in a little bit more. Okay, yeah. So it looks like it was a big fight. Now I'm curious if this fight was organized or not, and maybe I can ask in chat. Let's see. Hey, was that fight organized or just happened? What's the word I'm looking for? Spontaneously. I don't know if that's how I spell it, but I'm gonna hope someone knows what I mean. Let's look at chat. I just want to see what chat was saying, because dude, that was intense, and that was really cool and fun to watch, right? Let's see here. No, Junie. Oh, he's like, popcorn, please. Why you kill Poe? Nice fighting. GG's. Yeah, man, that was cool. It was cool. Marinated panda. Panda BBQ everywhere. Yeah, let's see. I think someone should let me know here in a sec. Okay, cool. So Fatal said it's for fun. They did 2 taxis. Cool. That was awesome, and I recorded it. Love seeing organized fights. Those are the best. Yeah, I mean, again, they are, man. I think, and this just goes. This is something. It's funny because this is something I've had conversations with a few people on S2 about, where you'll have some people that have this feeling of, well, it's a war game. We should just fight and go and attack any, whatever we want. And people either have to be prepared or not, right? It's all real time. My view on that overall is that you really have to look at it from the approach of, if you end up having something like KVK that's added into the game, that's really where that type of thing happens, right? Now, yeah, there might be situations in a home kingdom where you have to go and address a rogue alliance or rogue players that are just doing nothing but burning anyone and everyone, and that's different. But when you're in a kingdom and you're looking for the most amount of stability that you can find, and you're trying to have that kingdom last as long as possible, with it being as active as possible and having high player retention, right, where you're having the least amount of player drop off, or people that are, whether it be they just stop playing, they quit, their activity's going down, or they migrate out. Being able to set up just fun big fights with each other is a big part of the enjoyment. Why? Because no one feels like they're necessarily at a disadvantage, and more so an extreme disadvantage, right? When you're being caught off guard and you're being attacked. Plus, it also allows for you to approach the game in a tactical and strategic sense, right? Think about it. You can get all these people that are going to go and fight this organized battle in a voice call and treat it really seriously. And then being able to test those things is fun, because those can apply to future kingdoms. They can apply to KVK if they eventually come out with something like that. So there's a lot of good uses for it. And you can also get a lot more alliances involved within your kingdom when you're doing organized PvP like that. Now, sometimes, yeah, it might be okay to do free-for-all PvP. You can say, hey, when Strongest Lord /Kill event comes around, anyone that's in Zone 3 right? And maybe you just do something where you do like a temporary ally, like you do temporary unions with as many of the active alliances as possible so they can get access to it. And you just say, hey guys, we're all going to TP into Zone 3, or we're all going to send all of our marches in Zone 3, and it's just going to be a free-for-all battle royale, last person standing. Like, there's really creative and fun ways that you can do PvP in a kingdom where it doesn't just come across as, you know, someone's being the bully, right? Or someone has a big advantage, or one alliance has 200 mil power above another, or one alliance has a bunch of T4, some T5 players, and the other alliance does not, right? And those players just have a big advantage and they're running through, right? That's where it just feels lopsided. And I understand the other way to approach that is, you know, you can't really solve that when you're in a home kingdom. But when you're in KVK, or sorry, right, you can't really solve that when you're in KVK, but in the home kingdom, right, you can mitigate that to a degree where you can actually have more valuable fights, right, meaningful fights, right? It's okay for there to be lopsided and uneven fights in KVK because that's kind of what it is. It's real time. You're just fighting 24/7 like 7-Eleven. But in the home kingdom, right, there's ways where you can flex. You can still what's the word I'm looking for, right? You can not quench, you can fulfill that PvP thirst, right? And still kind of have the best of both. And that's always just going to be my feeling on it. I mean, I've seen this work out extremely well in kingdoms compared to when it's not that. And so I think that's just always going to be one of the best ways to approach it. Doesn't mean that that's the only way to do it. But I do feel, because of the obvious pros and cons, and from a lot of my time just managing kingdoms, that it, in the end, is always going to be the highest percentage play if you're looking for longevity in a kingdom when it comes to kind of quenching that PvP thirst. With that in mind, man, that's it. Again, didn't necessarily want this video to be too long because I don't think there's any more fighting that's happening right now. But let me see here if there's anything here. Some positive trades. Gotta watch. Cool, yeah. God, for me, these guys, man, dude, it's so funny, right? And I just want to make a brief moment here for, right? I just want a brief moment here for S2, right? Even though, you know, you've seen me make videos on stuff that happened with EMP and other alliances early on, right? One of the things you always heard me talk about is that there was never any animosity. It was never any negativity towards any alliances, right? People are going to play the game they want to. But I think when you can get into a kingdom where people are engaged, they interact, they socialize, you know, world chat / Tamaris chat is popping off with good activity. I think those are great things to look forward to. So yeah, man, dude, I again love the engagement and the interaction from everyone in chat. Really cool to see. And man, hopefully I can just bring you guys more dope content and, you know, more fights. And really, you know, for me, when I'm covering battles, you know, I'm not the type who's just going to be, I'm not going to color commentate it, right? Where it's, oh my God, look at the fight that's coming in. Oh man, he's flanking him from the left. I mean, that's cool to say, but I really like to take the time to explain what's happening in the fight, right? And really look at the kind of telegraphs that are happening. What are the micro actions that are taking place, and really break it down in a more constructive way where you as the player can take something away from it, right? And you can learn from it. And it doesn't mean that, you know, doing the type of color commentary isn't there. That's just not the only thing that I would focus on when I'm doing some type of commentary or voiceover on fights. But yeah, man, great job for TA. It was really cool to see them and OwO do this mock battle, which is what it seems it ended up being there in the end. And just cool to see how they tested things out and how the mechanics played out, right? Regardless of who won the skirmish or not. It was really cool just to see. So, man, I appreciate some people giving me some leads on the fights. And again, if in any kingdom, right, just to let anyone know, you're always more than welcome to ping me on Discord. You can ping me in-game if you're in S Server 2. Sometimes Discord's a lot easier. And I'm always happy to cover any fights at all, right, especially if they look like this or anything, right, for that matter. So being able to show that content off to the community, I think is great. Okay, that is it for me. So I am done. I would love to hear your thoughts on this fight. What did you guys think about it? If anything, my overall impressions was I was just happy to see something that seemed organized and seemed to apply some level of tactics and strategy to it on the approaches. So let me know in those comments down below your thoughts. That's it for me. As always, until next time, I'll catch you later.